Hey, welcome back to the Passive Buddies podcast. And today we are taking our knowledge and we are making money with it. Not directly, but obviously we're going to teach you exactly how we do it in the field. So we've got myself, Brian Mills, and we've got Brandon Duff, the co-host of the Passive Buddies podcast. And we are going to show you how to convert your knowledge into results. What do you do when the dream of an online business makes you work harder than a day job would? The answer? You build passive income. On the Passive Buddies podcast, we cover the myths behind passive income and how to build true financial and time freedom. Welcome to the Passive Buddies podcast. I'm just going to give myself a little private boom there because the intro was 10 times better than the last one.
It was.
And obviously, it was quite interesting when we put this topic together, wasn't it? It was like, right, okay, it was like, how do we lead with this? And how do we make it so people can actually get paid for what they know? It's amazing how, like, so many people feel like they can't help someone because they're not at the top of the game. Yet, it's a case of, like, you can always turn around and pull someone else up the mountain, no matter what level you on that mountain you are. You can always go and help someone below you and bring them up and get paid for it in the same instance. So what would you do? Like, you've got a ton of knowledge in real estate, like passive income, online, offline. Like, how did you go through the journey of getting paid for what you know?
Yeah, definitely. That's a great question. So if you listen to our podcast, probably a few months, maybe a month ago or so, it was how to start a course without from scratch, like if you don't have an audience. And that was I actually recommend that to a lot of people that are trying to start a course. They just copy that podcast and send it to them because it's just full of value. And essentially what I do is similar to that, is I essentially document my journey. Anything that I've done, in a sense, my whole YouTube is kind of just my journey through crypto and what I've done in the crypto space. And so been able to document my journey and what has worked, what hasn't. And my journey is going to be different than your journey or someone else's journey. And so if you can document your journey, at least you have a kind of a blueprint of what you've done, and you can show people I've done this. And if you're able to then show someone that you've done this and I can help you, then you're going to now document their journey. So for me, going through the 90-day cash flow challenge, when I created it, I pretty much did everything I've done to make over, multiple six-figure businesses, $1.8 million in real estate, and I've been able to document my journey as an investor in a sense. And so from there, I created the first 30 days and showed people what I've done, and then they've got results. And when they had questions about certain things or roadblocks, I would adjust the program just slightly based on those suggestions. I'd be like, that makes sense. If it was a one-off thing where someone's like, oh, I can't set up Mailgun because I'm not technically savvy, then I'm not going to really change anything. But if it was like 10 people saying I can't set up Mailgun, then it's more of maybe I did it in the wrong order, or maybe I need to adjust the wording or take some things out. So I'm always adjusting on the fly. When we created Super Facebook Tools, we created a minimum viable product, something that is, or an MVP, that was something that was usable. And then when customers would say, oh, I wish I had this, or how this isn't working, can it work, do this instead? Then we change that up and adjust the program or the software in any regard. So we're always adjusting to where people are struggling. And that's how we've been able to document and get results from our knowledges, by taking my knowledge and then putting someone through a program, and then based on their results and the consensus of someone struggling at one part of the program, we then make adjustments based on that. And then from there, we have now kind of market research in a sense, based on what everyone has said, what people have gone through. And then we also got testimonials from those people. And we take those testimonials and use them as leverage to get more people into the program. So that's typically how we've taken our knowledge and turned it into results for other people.
it's the overarching element, and the first bit I want to hone in on is the document your journey scenario. Because when people start, which a lot of people are in that sort of startup phase, just learning, etc., who like watch the podcast, for people who start, like, document anyway, and don't be scared of documenting. Like, it'll get easier, and it will like become more of a natural flow. But if it's a Facebook story, if it's a written piece of content, if it's a podcast episode, a YouTube video, like, if you're going through a process of what you're learning, literally create content around that. Even if you're literally just in the learning phase, or if you don't have, or if you're not selling a product, you're just going through learning, go and document that journey. Give people the knowledge, the value, your spin on it, your understanding of it, and people will get to know, like, and trust you. That knowledge that you acquire, whether you're reading .com Secrets, whether you're reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, like, read the book, and each chapter, right, okay, can I write a post about it? Can I write some content about it? Can I create something, like, my spin, my understanding? Because that, as you go through that journey, that is what people go, oh yeah, like, no, he's been through that journey, he knows, he's now getting these results, like, and it just steamrolls. Like, don't be scared of, even if you are 2 steps ahead of someone, creating that content for the people that are 2 steps below you and 1 step below you, because that one element or one mindset shift could put them into the next level. And using that knowledge and acquiring that knowledge in so many different places is definitely where you need to be. Like, and show people you know what you're talking about, or you've got a different spin on what people are talking about, etc. This is effectively what the podcast does. Obviously, we take our knowledge that we've learned throughout all these different aspects that we're doing, and we come and talk to you guys about it, and we come and teach you and help you guys understand how to navigate this crazy world of online business.
Yeah, I think that it's funny that you said that about documenting your journey with being 2 steps ahead or 1 step ahead. That's literally what I did with High Level, which is the software. And that's what you're doing with ClickFunnels 2.0, is essentially you learn the software and then you create little mini videos on how to add the SMPT integration, how to add Stripe, how to do all these things, and you create this mini course. And you take that, and not only are you learning it, but now you're implementing it and recording and teaching, which is going to solidify that training within you even more in your brain, because you're now adding another sensory to it, because you're now using your hands to type, or you're using your voice to speak, and your eyes to watch yourself on video. All these things are adding or solidifying the training that you just went through, or the software that you're learning, even more so in your mind. And so if you're able to teach people that on video, not only, like you said, are they going to get your training on how to use it, they're going to know, like, and trust you even more. But it reminds me of the movie Catch Me If You Can. If you haven't watched that movie, it's I forgot the famous actor's name.
DiCaprio.
Yeah, DiCaprio, where he was not an impersonator, but he was like a con artist in a sense. And he was essentially would go into like a college and teach a course, but he wasn't this teacher at all. He would literally just read the chapter beforehand and then present it to the students, and they all did really, really well. And and then, like, he would learn how to fly, like, all these different things. And he would only be like 1 step or 2 steps in front of the people that he was teaching, because he was only reading like a chapter ahead. So that's all it really takes. But I think that a lot of people, what happens is they don't have the confidence in themselves, or the conviction in the product that they're selling to actually do really well. And so if you're able to have that confidence in yourself, that you're gonna dominate the software, you're gonna dominate this course, and in doing so you can show people how you're doing it, then you're gonna make a lot of money and you're gonna change a lot of lives.
And I think that's, as you say, like, that confidence, like, mindset's a huge thing in any sort of, in acquiring the knowledge, deciding to get the knowledge, to make some sales, to increase results, like, to create content. Mindset is the key and the foundation, the core of it, all of it. Like, so having that confidence, having that, like, just go do it. Like, because what's the alternative? Like, you stay in your day job and you absolutely hate your day job, and then by the time you retire, you've got this lump of money and you sit in the hospital because you're old and your body is deteriorating. Or you can do something with it, have the confidence to actually take like life by the balls, go take something to do something, and take that confidence and that like resilience into those different aspects of acquiring skills, marketing, documentation, and all those different things. It's quite funny, really. Like, I actually discovered one of my first ever videos, like back in 2019ish, when I started doing video like content and sales videos and stuff like that. And it was fucking awful. I mean, like, I'll send it to you later, mate. It's awful. But I knew it was a process. You have to keep going. You have to acquire that knowledge. Now I can actually teach people on how to, definitely not how to open a podcast, because I screwed that one up on the last one. But in terms of video structures and stuff like that, I can now teach people because I've gone through that journey, and now you can monetize it and you can put an irresistible offer at the end, which we plugged in the last podcast episode. So taking those irresistible offers, acquiring that knowledge, and then going out to the world. If they've been following you through that documentation journey, they'll already like you for the people who've stuck around, and they will all probably want to buy from you as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think that just document your journey and then be able to take that and sell it to someone else and then document their journey. And that's how you're able to make a great deal of money using your knowledge to get other people's results.
100%. I like the element of obviously once you've sold it, like you stay very close to the people that you sell in beta versions to learn exactly what's going on, because obviously your mind is different to everyone else's, and everyone else's mind is like unique. So any sort of like veering off the road or nuances or any like, oh my god, like you say, you get something really, really well, but 10 of your beta students don't. Right, okay, let's take the knowledge, the issues that they're having, and let's make it an easier system. I absolutely love that. It's not just your journey, but I know a lot of people use other people's journeys to document and sell as well, and help other people get results once they've taught those how to get results.
Yep, I love it. That's exactly the formula.
Right, we're done, guys. There.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. It was a short one, but hopefully it gives you the confidence to go out and start documenting that journey, which will then increase your chances of results and cash flow.
Thank you so much. Peace.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Passive Buddies podcast. Have you begun your online journey yet? Or are you stuck on how to get it to work for you? Then why not take our exclusive free course, the 2-day Affiliate Commission Challenge, and start your journey to the rest of your life today. It's the first link in the podcast description, and it's totally free. You have nothing to lose, yet everything to gain for you and your family. Enjoy our free gift to you, and the link is below.